Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to another Song Cafe. We are excited to be here and get another one going here. I've got Teresa Harrison with me tonight. Aaron Harrison's better half. She's in the building, and we're excited to have her. We're going to ask her some really tough questions, like extremely tough, and see if she will, comply and answer. We're going to have fun. She's also going to sing later in the hour, so excited to hear that. Excited to hear you sing. Teresa, tell us a little bit about what you do outside of CPC. What do you do for fun?
What I do for fun, it depends on the season. If it is hot, I'm outside in my pool. That is where you can find me. You can drop off drinks, food, snacks, whatever. That's where I'm going to be at.
That's where you'll be at.
Yeah.
On just a raft, just out on your deck, in the pool, out the pool, in the pool, out the pool.
Exactly.
Rinse,
Exactly.
repeat.
Sleep, nap, eat.
There you go.
There you go.
So, tell us a little bit about your career. What do you do? What do you do for your job, your career?
I am a registered nurse. Right now I work as a hospice nurse. I'm relatively new to that field. It's been almost 2 years, but was always something that was kind of in the back of my mind, but just never felt that it was the time. But it was definitely God's direction that put me there and put me on that path at that time for this time, let me say, in my life.
Yeah.
Before that, I was a paramedic, and that's actually how Aaron and I met.
Oh, wow.
We were both paramedics, so.
Wow, that's awesome. So, being in the medical field, how has the COVID-19 virus affected you, and how has it changed what you do? And
If I were to say that it did not affect me, that would be a total lie. And I think I know I speak for some of the people that I work with. Just healthcare workers that I've kind of been reading about online, it affects us very greatly. Not just in the sense of that we would be fearful, if we got the virus, how would it affect our health? But it is a much larger, it's much larger than that.
yeah.
One of my fears is if I had the virus and I did not know that I had the virus and I unknowingly took it to someone else that was in that very high risk group and they could not fight it off. That is one of my biggest fears, and something that I really had to deal with last week as it was coming more into our area. Of course now, and it's been here longer than what we've been able to test for, but now that it is here, just absolutely taking extra precautions, more so than what we would normally, you always would shower when you come home, but now the clothes are dropped immediately into the washer, and you just you feel like you are your family's biggest threat, and you sure don't want
Wow.
to take something into your home.
Right. Wow. Well, we really appreciate you being at the forefront of that and taking those extra precautions and keeping us all safe. We really appreciate that. So let's talk worship for a minute. I love asking this question. How does Teresa prepare to lead worship? I've asked this question almost every time we've done this song select, and I've gotten a different answer every time, and it's always been good. But what would you say to that? How would you answer that?
Well, there are times when I'm just going to put this right out
It's
here.
not a loaded question
No,
or
it's
anything.
not. It's not. There are times when we get the list for Sunday, and you've put a song out there, and I'm just like, oh no, yeah, no, I don't know about that one.
He picked the wrong song for me.
I don't think so. I think somebody else needs to sing this, and I'll go through about 24 hours of doubt. That this is not for me. I think I need to call him. And I'll tell Aaron, I think I need to call him. Well, call him, Teresa. I'm like, well, I just don't know yet. And then begins the prayer process, and just preparing myself and my heart, number one, to it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's not about me. What does God need me to do right now?
Yeah.
But then backing up to the song, it cracks me up every single time that has ever happened. I will listen to the song, I will break down the song, I will look at the lyrics, I will find the reference to whatever Bible verse it's talking about. And by Sunday, that song is all over my heart, and it
Yeah.
absolutely has a place, and it speaks to me personally.
Awesome.
So shame on me for putting my mind and my thoughts first.
Well, and it's also I love how God uses that and works, and you know much prayer goes into those songs when they do go out, when I do select them, and who sings them. I mean, so much so. Me and Chandler were talking about this in one of her interviews. Was, you know, I heard a song and I immediately was like, oh man, Chandler needs to sing this song, and I've done that with you several times too, where I'll text you and I'm like, oh, I heard this song, you got to sing this song. That was "Raise a Hallelujah" for me. You know, when I heard that, and it was a more of a duet to a male and a female singer. I was like, oh man, wow, this would be a really good one for me and Teresa to do. So
It's such an amazing testimony when you get to say, no matter what is going on in our life right now, right here at this moment, that we choose to worship God
right,
and bring Him praise. So
amen. So you're gonna sing a little bit for us in just a little bit.
I've been told.
You've been told. So we'll see if that happens. Um, Tell me a little bit about your song selection. Tell me a little bit about that song.
That song, or where I started out at with
Yeah,
a list of.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's go there. That was interesting. So when I said, hey, let's do this interview, pick a song, and you said, oh yeah, I have one ready to go.
No,
No.
no. I think there. I really don't know what the count was, but I'm sure it was around 20 something. There were just, I was going through all of these songs. I'm like, oh, this would be good, this would be good, this would be good, and started out with about 20, and then it would just kind of break down, to about 15, and then about 5, and we had practice that Thursday night. And we had recorded Sunday worship, and in my mind I was thinking, oh, I need to talk to Kyle about this, and we didn't get to talk, and I'm glad we didn't get to talk. It was not time for us to talk, because I still had some things I had to work through myself and with God, and that very next morning I was watching this online devotion by Karen Wheaton, and it was actually a repost. Something she had reposted from last fall. And she was going through a very difficult struggle, and she was needing just a breakthrough. And she said she was walking down this gravel road, and she was focused on every single rock that was in front of her, every single step that she was taking. And then all of a sudden she looked up at the mountain, and she could see the clouds, and just immediately she was reminded of Psalm 121. And I'm going to say this wrong, I apologize, but I will look to the hills where my help comes from. My help comes from the Lord.
Yeah.
He's the maker of the heavens and earth, and I totally just botched that all up, but that's okay. And it just stopped me just dead in my tracks. That is exactly where I had been last week. With everything that we are facing, all of the unknowns, the uncertainties, the fears that's going on, especially with the COVID-19, I was focused on what was right in front of me. And I wasn't looking to God, and I wasn't looking to where my help comes from.
Wow, that's great.
And it was right then, and sometimes it is multiple times a day that I am declaring, no, I'm looking up here. I'm not looking down here. I'm looking up here, because this is where my help comes from.
Yep. That's right.
And it was it was at that moment that the song, It Is Well. And I'm like, nope, that's it. That's it. That's what, God, what do you need me to sing? That's what I'm going to sing.
That's awesome. Can't wait to hear it. Gonna be awesome. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back with Teresa singing "It As Well." We'll be right back.
Grander earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice, and seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And it is well with me. Far be it from me to not believe, even when my eyes can't see. And this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And it is well. It is well. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. The waves and wind still know his name. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well, Lord. And through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me.